Yo guys, welcome back to another Turbo Tyler video. Today we're doing a little mod to the Focus in the form of a rear wiper delete. So this is just a rear wiper delete bung, one of those glass wiper delete bungs. And what we're going to essentially do is take this off. We're going to be unbolting the wiper here. And then on the inside, to gain access to put this in, because you put this in from the inside, we've just got to remove this boot panel, and then the motor is under there, which we take off. So two reasons for doing this really. One is, since putting the Mk2 stuff on, I think it looks ugly with the wiper because it's not symmetrical, so just get rid of the rear wiper. And also it will save a little bit of weight. We'll probably save like a kilo at most. But we're going to be doing a future video where I want to weigh the Focus and remove as much weight as I can to go full track spec on it. So let's go ahead and get started by probably what's going to be the most difficult part, which is removing this rear wiper, because this thing looks pretty crusty. I think it's probably been, well, it's would have been stuck on there since the car came out of the factory. So go ahead and grab whatever size that is and take it off. Well, that was pretty easy. I was expecting that to be a little bit more difficult, but it wasn't really that bad. I have seen some guys that kind of just leave it like this, poor man's wiper delete, but no, we're gonna try and take the rest of the trim off. So I can already see we've got two, what looks to be either a T30 or a T25 in there, so I'm gonna go grab the tool and take that out first. Looks like these have to maybe come out. There we go, just like that. There we go, that's not too bad. And you'll see in a second here why I'm taking this off. There we go. With taking those kind of stuff off, these metal clips and stuff, you just got to be fast and quick with it, like just a quick jolt to break it out. Otherwise, if you try pull slowly, that's when you end up actually breaking stuff. So you just need to be quick. But this massive big old chunky thing here is your rear wiper motor, and that is one of the main reasons, like I just said, is why I want to get rid of this rear wiper, save a bit of weight. Don't need it, it's going to be a race car. So yeah, it looks like we got 3 10 mils by the looks of it, and then we got one plug here for it, which the plug I'll just tie away and then remove this whole thing, and then we can actually get started on installing that new wiper. We have the new wiper delete. We have to put some silicone on it, clean up the whole area and let it dry, but we'll quickly pull this off first. There we go. That's, I don't know, maybe a kilo, hopefully, I don't know. But either way, it's dead weight and we don't need it. I've never seen a design like this before though. Let's close this real quick. Not sure how to get this piece out. I think, oh, it's just a case of pulling. And then we've got to remove that rubber grommet. So actually, I don't know, maybe the whole assembly, including this, is a kilo. I'm gonna get a trim tool. We'll remove that grommet. And then it's, like I said, time for installing a new one. It's gonna look a whole lot nicer without the rear wiper. Just pry this bad boy out, just like that. Brilliant. And now we have a very big hole in our boot, which we need to fill. Because I've already had this thing, oh wow, the boot actually goes up, went up a little bit better without that weight, or so I think, probably not. But what I was saying was, I've actually had this thing leaking like a sieve already from the Mk2 spoiler before, so we're definitely going to make sure this won't. All we've got to do is put silicone completely on this lip here, so just all on this lip, and then that should just press into there and that'll stay there like that. We'll put some tape over it and stuff like that, a bit more silicone on the inside, make sure it's definitely not going to be leaking. And then you'll see on this side, if I can try hold it so you can have a look, be poking up like that. And then obviously we'll clean all the silicone, try and make it look really nice. We definitely had enough silicone on there. We had a fuck up with the silicone tube. It's an old tube of silicone, and it wasn't coming out properly. Then all of a sudden it just spewed out everywhere. So we took the opportunity while we could and just grabbed what we could. But essentially you just want to put a fine bead on there and put it on. But this should be fine. What I'm going to do is just hold this like this for the next couple of minutes while I let it kind of set. And then I'll put the boot down and try smooth all the silicone on the outside, and then peel my tape off and see if it looks any good. So that went relatively well considering we had that little issue with the silicone tube. So as you can see, the masking helped me keep the load of silicone off the glass, which is nice. Now all I've got to do is go around these like sharp bits from where the gaps in the masking tape were. I'm just going to clean those up ever so gently with a bit of isopropyl, but trying not to clean off too much of the actual seal. This wiper delete is like a no-name one, brand off eBay UK, so it does sit a little bit flush of the glass, but it's not really a big deal to me, it doesn't matter. So just going to try use the isopropyl and the tissue paper here and just clean up those edges the best we can. Okay, so that is all of the excess silicone cleaned off. So we just have a fine sort of bead around that inside edge, and hopefully that is enough to seal it. I think this stuff is supposed to dry instantly, but I'm just going to give it 24 hours, might as well. So I'm going to get like a plastic bag and just tape up over this section, and then we'll give it a water check tomorrow. So I'm going to leave also the inside boot trim off, so I'll be able to see if I've got any water coming through. But I'm pretty happy. I think it's got a seal. Like I put so much silicone on there, so I'm hoping it will seal. So that is it for now, and I'll catch back in with you guys tomorrow when we check if it's going to leak. Alright guys, so it's the next day now. We've pulled off that protective covering, and this is what the wiper delete now looks like. I have to say I'm super happy with the way it's turned out. It looks very clean, fits very nicely, and if we go ahead and have a quick look at what it looks like on the inside, the silicone's sealed perfectly. We've water tested it, there's no leaks. And if you were going to do this on a normal car, you'd just put the boot trim back on and leave it at that. But I'm going to leave it off. I want to do a bit of weight savings, and in the next video you guys are going to see why I've left that off, because we're going to be weighing the Focus and seeing how much weight we can remove from it. So make sure you guys stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.